Welcome back. Now to health matters. The government has officially launched a vaccination campaign against polio. The first phase of the vaccination campaign is expected to reach 1.8 million children across the country. So far, 6 cases of polio have been recorded in the Hagadera refugee camp in Garissa, as Husna Mohammed explains.
Following a mapping exercise conducted last year, 2 neglected tropical diseases were observed to be endemic in the region: schistosomiasis, also known as Bilharzia, and intestinal worms. The findings prompted the Ministry of Health, through the Department of Vector-Borne and Neglected Tropical Diseases Division, to roll out a mass drug administration campaign that is targeting 3.5 million for intestinal worms.
All right, we do apologize for that. We'll be getting you the right story. But as we wait for that, more than 5 million people in 4 counties in Nyanza are set to benefit from a mass administration of drugs to control bilharzia and intestinal worms. The exercise that was launched in Siaya is meant to last for 2 more days. Busia, Migori, Kisumu and Siaya are also covered in the campaign, as Bramwabwiri reports.
Following a mapping exercise conducted last year, 2 neglected tropical diseases were observed to be endemic in the region: schistosomiasis, also known as Bilharzia, and intestinal worms. The findings prompted the Ministry of Health, through the Department of Vector-Borne and Neglected Tropical Diseases Division, to roll out a mass drug administration campaign that is targeting 3.5 million for intestinal worms, million people for Bilharzia treatment.
About 3.5 million are at risk of intestinal worms, so we would want to reach 3.5 million people with preventive treatment for intestinal worms. On the other hand, out of this entire population, about 1.5 million are at risk of bilharzia.
The ministry plans to eradicate 2 diseases with more doses of drugs scheduled to be administered across various regions. The ministry has divided the country into 5 regions, namely Coastal, Western, Central, Northeastern and Lake region.
In the Lake region counties where we are working, the prevalence for bilharzia and soil-transmitted ailments is high, and based on WHO guidelines, when the prevalence is more than 10%, then you treat en masse, you treat the whole population where the prevalence is high. So in the 4 counties for schistosomiasis, we are treating in wards that have prevalences that are high. Soil-transmitted ailments, which are intestinal worms, we tend to have them spread across the 4 counties.
This initiative comes even as the government seeks to have the World Health Organization declare the country free of the 2 diseases. Central region is closer to completely eradicating the diseases, followed by Coast and Western regions, which have so far received 3 rounds of mass drug administration. According to health experts, the Lake region has had some challenges due to its proximity to Lake Victoria, which enables easy movement of people from and to the neighboring countries. Bramwabwiri, KTN News, Kisumu.
Let's circle back to the polio vaccination campaign.